From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
All right, get us in here.
Welcome back to Debuff. As always, Sean Mason, myself, Steve, hanging. How are you guys doing?
Dude, I'm just...
Great.
The vibes are in retrograde.
Want a new one?
21. Yeah, man.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little cringe-pilled.
I'm feeling cringe-pilled. I'm feeling red-pilled.
Feeling a little based.
Based.
What the fuck?
How about you, man?
I'm doing all right. We're hanging in there. Not quite as cringe-pilled,
True.
but we'll get there, I'm sure, partway through the show.
Yeah. So, yeah. What's going on in the fucking world right now? Prince Philip's dead. That's kind of lit, right?
Dude, well, I mean, I don't know shit about him other than what I get to see online. Doesn't really affect me in any way.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the homie, I guess.
No.
More, people are more.
Well, I was
sad
going to
about
say the only thing
Piss
that...
on his grave.
The only
he's
reason
racist.
that we would ever talk about it is because he looks like a fucking ghoul from
Ghoul.
Fallout 3.
Yeah. DMX also, right?
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. I don't never really listen to him, but you know, it's tough.
Yeah,
when
R.I.P. I mean, all I've seen is like just tweets of like how good of a person he was.
Yeah.
It is worth noting though, like he had a really terrible cocaine problem.
Yeah. Well,
which is really sad.
drugs are not based. Kind of cringe pilled, right?
Yeah.
Might take that.
Disagree with
take
that.
that cringe pill though. Just fucking around, dude. I don't give a shit.
The yeet changes every time.
All right, so does this come in through the recording?
Yes,
Yeah,
so-
I thought
Yeah.
so. I didn't think
We
you
did
added
it. We did it last episode, but we didn't do it last episode for
No.
this. We did it for our
The
voices.
soundboard has now been Longmont Potion castled.
And in the edit, I turned it on for the sound effects, and it was really funny. And so I turned the
Okay.
reverb off, and now we have it on here,
Supposed
which I
to
think
be
is
the
like a
amongst
really,
us,
it's like a nice trade-off. You know,
Yeah.
like we still get to laugh about the sound.
but now you can hear us and understand.
Yeah, and you can understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Sean has Pokemon cards.
I
Yeah, do you
found
want
some.
to start us off? Finally
I found
got
some fucking Pokemon cards. I bought
That's so
6.
nice.
They were at Target. There was only booster packs, and it was like one rack full of them.
What day
Oh.
was it?
Was it Friday at whatever time they said that you could come in and get them?
No, it was sometime in the middle of the week before we went camping.
Yeah.
I don't know where my phone is.
Sean had a good week last week. What
Oh,
else
it's over
did you
there. I'm
get?
gonna grab it.
Oh, I did order 2 of the Build-A-Bear Animal Crossing bears. One of them is Isabelle and one of them is Tom Nook,
Pretty sweet.
which
Lena's gonna
I'm
love
pretty
it.
excited about. I don't know if
So,
I've
yeah,
got a good way to do this.
We
but
set up one of the old tripod iPhone or phone tripods for
yeah, I don't know how to do the shuffle thing though.
for
And
this
I'm not gonna look
this
it up.
cringe pilled experience.
For the audio only listeners.
This is
you know.
kind of hard to see.
No, it's okay.
Pick a peck, Choodle. I don't know how to say his name.
Riolu,
Yep.
Riolu.
These are all foreign to me. You get Agumon in there?
No.
Okay.
Dialga, Duraludon.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I was just super excited to see them. I don't know. We need to do all 6 packs, but if you guys want to open them,
Why don't you open one of each?
one of each flavor.
Yeah, of each flavors. This is that was Vivid Voltage.
All right, I'm gonna open up one of these. Another Vivid Voltage ones, but it's got Pikachu on it. A little different, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I don't know. I was just super excited. I've been trying to hold off on opening them up since I found them because
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't believe this is happening.
I mean, basically, when I saw them in the store, I was like, "Holy shit!" Because I mean, we just said that they were impossible to find. Trubbish, Shuppet, Choodle again, Riolu,
Oof.
Eevee, Rocky Helmet, a Galarian Dharma. I don't know how to say his name either. He's got a freezing headbutt.
Do you even play Pokemon?
No, I mean
Wow, I like that one.
this one.
Yeah.
That's the one that's
Yeah.
That full art?
yeah.
Dude, what is this
A
mint?
Kakuna?
We should get this minted.
It's probably not worth much. I was looking up what the Sword and Shield like the most expensive cards are from this pack, and it's the most expensive one's like $40. Which I mean makes sense. They're I think the most newest cards, but
That's a cool card.
it is cool looking. Look on the monitor.
Yeah, that's real nice.
He's cool looking. Galarian Darmanitan. I don't know how to say that. And then I think I had the Battle Styles was my last one. But yeah, I mean, I just felt like I had to buy them because
Oh yeah, Sean got a haircut too.
I did get my haircut finally.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
saying
only
that
like I feel like it's just been growing the past
year.
what 10, 11 episodes.
I think July was the last time I got it cut.
Was it really? I thought you got one after that.
Whenever we got it in
'Cause that's the last time I got it cut.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Bonsoir, dude. So before you keep going, do you guys watch Max Mofo Pokemon?
nope.
No.
Whenever he goes through them and he's ripping through them really fast, he's like he just names the animal. So it'll be like pig,
Pig.
rock,
Jellyfish.
Yeah, he's like sword
arm. Ooh, Entei.
and he's
dude.
like dog.
Holy shit. I've
That's
never had
that's
an
the
Entei
reverse.
card.
That's the reverse. So whatever is behind it, I think.
No,
Oh, maybe not.
that's it.
That was it. Yeah, so it's like
Bowl.
bowl, rock,
Jar.
yeah, rock jar.
QR code.
Code
Don't
card.
steal this. Don't steal this.
Dude, Lena's
If
gonna
I'm
steal
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna wait like a month and see if anyone uses this code. I do enter all my codes into the trading.
Oh, you
card.
do?
Yeah. Oh, you can.
You stupid.
All right. Well, I won't waste any more time.
No, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move these just because
You don't want them in the shot,
Hold
dude.
on.
You don't want my trash.
the thing about the ultra wide is like if something's in front of it, it's like, hey, what's that? And it like only fucking focuses on that.
Well, I have 3 more. I'll open those
So
later.
yeah, that was Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles.
That's pretty tight, man.
Battle
I was
Styles.
pretty excited about
Congratulations.
finding them. But
Dude, that was a based cringed pilled experience.
In terms of fails, that was pretty epic.
Oh, this is the best one with it.
Wacky slash. Wacky slash.
Because it changes every time because it depends on
Yeah.
what it catches the LFO.
Hey, listen.
Well, that was
Listen.
weird.
that one sounded
name is
almost
Jeff.
normal.
My name's
okay.
Dave.
Anyway, I had 2 things. I don't want to,
My name is Jeff.
if anyone else got something, then go. But I've got 2 things I wanted to bring up.
Are they long? Are they like conversation starters? Because I have one thing, and then that's it.
I mean, one's interesting and the other one's just kind
Just
of.
go for it, man.
All right.
Yeah,
You
go
brought
for
it up first, so
Take it.
So there was some tweet that went around about like potentially an Xbox and Nintendo announcement that was been like teased by insiders. Someone on Twitter was like, "Cat seems to be out of the bag about Nintendo and Xbox. You'll hear more in the fall." Someone's like, "What do you mean by cat out of the bag?" Somebody replied, "Jeff said everything on Phil's shelf meant something incoming."
oh, I did hear about that.
To which Ed said, which means, well, the truth is out. The Nintendo Switch on shelf indeed meant something, and it's going to be revealed in fall.
What does that mean?
So I think my theory is that xCloud is going to come to Switch, but I could be wrong about that. Or they'll do some sort of maybe Banjo game or something that was rare, that what used to be on Nintendo is now going to come back to Nintendo. But
Dude, that's huge. So wait,
those are my 2 theories.
can you like break that down for me in layman's terms? What you think that tweet meant? Because I don't really understand
Well,
it.
Phil is Phil.
Phil
Yeah,
from
Phil Spector, the
Phil-
guy.
Yeah, and then
Xbox boss man,
guy.
I think Jeff is.
Jeff Grubbs.
Yeah.
Who's
So,
Jeff Grubbs?
He's a insider journalist at is
Oh.
it GamesBeat or
A Game Mess, maybe.
Who's the dude who does all the award shows?
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff
Judy
Keighley.
fucking sucks. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what it means. It could mean nothing. It could mean something.
What's
It's
the
just-
shelf thing? Like, what is your best guess?
I think what they're saying is that when there was a video interview, that there was a
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch on the back shelf behind the guy in the video interview.
There was something about how everything on the shelf meant something incoming. It's a sorry, Jeff Grubb at VentureBeat.
VentureBeat.
I'm
but-
so sorry, dude. No, I've never been able to use that button, and that was perfect.
I don't know, dude. That fucking
Oh my god. R.I.P. All gas, no brakes.
yeah.
Fuck.
So that was one thing. I don't know what that means.
What were you saying? I'm so sorry. I
you're
cut you
good,
off.
man. It's just Jeff Grubb. I think exactly what Sean said. There was a video with Phil Spencer, and there something about everything on a shelf in the video means something coming for Xbox or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see this, but I did hear about it on a podcast, and yeah, I think there's a Nintendo Switch. People are thinking they'll have something. I don't know what it could be. xCloud could be cool. I feel like I don't really know because the Switch, they've tried some streaming stuff like Control and Resident Evil 7 and stuff. They were having like a streaming version. You couldn't buy it to download, but so they've definitely toyed with that. I just feel like some of that isn't gonna, I don't know, is that gonna affect the Nintendo eShop sales? Like, I don't really know if that's something Nintendo's in for yet.
How does that work? When he said it, I was like, xCloud, okay, but like, how many of those titles can actually run on Switch?
No,
Well,
xCloud's
is
just
streaming
it to your console. So you're not gonna.
Okay.
But isn't that a part of Game Pass though? Can you do? I mean, it's what's on mobile essentially is the cloud
Yeah.
gaming, so you could get the mobile version of Game Pass or whatever on.
I don't know. I'm obviously shooting,
Yeah.
out there and saying here's what it could be, but
Dude, I hope it's fucking Banjo.
Yeah,
That
I
would
don't.
be cool.
I think it would be cool if it was a rare game. I mean, I don't know. I like that Nintendo and them have been working like they've been friendly. You know, there's some games that came
Yeah,
out on the
me
Switch.
too.
They got Banjo and Minecraft Steve on the Switch or on
Smash.
Smash. Sorry,
maybe
So,
it'll just be another fucking Smash character. And it'll
I
be
doubt
all for
that
nothing,
that-
Yeah,
But
probably.
hey, you'll hear about it here first.
Is it
Or
Phil,
2 weeks
is
later.
it Phil Spencer?
Phil Spencer. Yeah,
I want to note that I said Phil Spector. And I'm pretty sure that's.
he's
It's
the
Phil
Spectre.
Spencer.
Can you look up Phil Spector? I'm very certain that's actually a human. But
Sounds like a comic book character for sure.
American record producer.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's what it is. What is he known for? Convicted of murder and dead. Okay, that's what he's known for. Okay,
He died from COVID. Holy shit.
I guess. Oh, let me kind of chime in with something too that
Phil Spector was like, dude, killing people.
I don't know if he's into that, dude. He's a good guy.
He said confirmed murderer, right?
Phil Spector.
Phil
you said Phil
Spencer.
Okay, dude, you're just.
I know.
He
Well,
did
I
some
said-
shit for the Beatles, dude.
Yeah, I said Phil Spector.
And then killed someone about it.
And you guys didn't hear it because it's so similar. And I want someone's gonna be like, "You said Phil Spector."
I wasn't sure if you did or I don't know. Maybe I just thought you fucked up, but I moved on.
Yeah,
I didn't
No.
know that was a real person.
sorry, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I did want to say then, because I just mentioned this to you guys, that kind of in the same thing. We keep talking about Xbox is doing good things, and we'll see what Sony does this
They're
generation.
Fair.
Yeah, but they're getting in all these studios, they're getting games. There's a rumor now that they're trying to get Hideo Kojima to make a game, or some people are saying maybe try to get him to help out. Xbox is like not ever done good in Japan and with Japanese studios. They've been trying, but that's something Phil Spencer said before that he's like wishes they could do better, but Japan just doesn't care. It's an American company. Most of the games that come out don't really seem to interest them. But I think it's cool they're trying out all these things. Maybe they're going to get Nintendo in. Maybe they are getting Hideo Kojima to make a game. I don't know. But I feel like they've been doing a lot. And for me, it doesn't matter. Like Sean and I, we play on PC. All the Xbox games come to PC. But if
Yeah.
I wasn't, and they started making moves, depending on what it is, I don't know, maybe we're not thinking about it right, and it's a Nintendo franchise is going to make an appearance on Xbox. The type of moves they're making are definitely what might actually I would consider buying an Xbox over a PlayStation if I didn't already have a computer.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool because before all the stuff they've been doing with Game Pass and buying these studios, I was like, nah, dude, fuck them.
I don't think they're going to do a Nintendo game on Xbox.
but I'm
I
just
would say
saying.
it'd probably be more likely the other way, but I mean, that is a total possibility.
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, you never see Mario over there or something, but I just feel like I'd like that they're trying, and it's so weird to see with the generations. Like, I think the winner of the previous generation always doesn't do a good job the next time.
Yeah.
Like, PlayStation 2 had killed it, and then PS3 came out, and Eventually the numbers I think evened out, but like I only knew 2 people that had a PS3. Everyone else had a 360, you know,
Yeah.
and then pretty much everyone I knew had a PS4.
I just remember the fight being like, oh, well, PlayStation Online is free. Remember
Yeah,
that? Remember
but
that?
But it's
Yeah.
also
argument?
slow.
Oh, it was?
It was
Yeah.
slow as fuck. Their network still
Xbox
isn't
has
great.
definitely had the best online service from the
The
beginning,
original
honestly,
Xbox,
really,
yeah.
Nintendo still fucking can't get it together around that.
Well, that's the other problem I have with the xCloud thought is that the Switch's Wi-Fi chip sucks, and
yeah.
I feel like I don't have that much of an issue playing some games online a little bit, but I don't know. It's just not conducive to something like that. I've heard it's fine if you have great internet, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not too into that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
Can we talk about this movie that I saw?
No.
sure.
Just briefly. Just briefly.
Yes.
So I want to vent about it. That's really what it is. So I went and saw Godzilla versus like Kong or some shit like that. Whatever.
Can't even remember the fucking name, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not in this like fucking
Yeah,
made up
understood.
universe of
Understood.
like yes, I think Godzilla like old movies were like groundbreaking, and I think they were cool back then because they were like, you know, kind of they look amateur now, but they were like they like blew people's minds back then.
When you went to a drive-in theater, right?
I went to a drive-in called Goochland Drive-In Theater. Goochland, you heard that correctly. And they have a menu item called the Gooch Dog.
Pretty
And
lit.
I don't know if they know that's like a slang term for taint, but
I have to imagine they do, but I don't think.
I think
I
like
also
the
feel
Gooch-
like it's fucking Goochland, dude.
Gooch
They're not
dog in my
like
mouth.
yeah, it is.
that's a
but,
place,
like,
so
but,
that
like,
I don't.
just like
I
don't
know
use that word.
I understand,
you
but
know?
I'm just saying.
like if you're like not with food, you know. I don't know. Regardless,
Gooch burger.
Goochberg. We went and saw it at the drive-in, and the drive-in was fine. But dude, these movies are well. First of all, they're all visual effects. I mean, they're 80 to 90% visual effects. They pay as much money as they can for the best like 2 or 3 actors. They had Alexander Skarsgård. You might know his brother as the clown in It. You might know his father as Eric Selvig in the Marvel franchise. And Eric Selvig, that's the only thing I don't know his fucking real name. It's something Skarsgård, was also in Good Will Hunting. Like, good fucking actor family. And he's in this movie. And Millie Bobby Brown is in this film. This film. And dude, it's just like you said, it's all fucking spectacle. It's like these actors are like, no, Kong is sad, he's not home, and then they cut to the CGI and he's like, I'm sad, I'm crying, I'm upset. And then
Kong?
yeah, so it's King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, I mean, I got that from the title.
I don't know if they call him Kong, but I just assume like they call him Monkey. And
yeah,
and
King Monkey.
you know, it's just like it's basically like the movie starts, something happens, big like fight scene or something, and then a little bit of dialogue, and then the King Kong in his habitat, and then a little bit of talking, and then another big fight scene, and then some talking, and then a bunch more CGI. It's like literally just like reaction shots and like shitty dialogue to the next big CGI scene. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like there's no way these actors were on set for more than like what had to be 3 or 4 weeks. Like they're not filming that much dialogue. And it's just, dude, I don't know, man. To call it the fucking blockbuster of the summer, I'm sorry. Like it's a fucking bad movie. Like
I feel like
it's just
everything. I know,
an
but
action jerk off fest.
everything you've said is like exactly what I would anticipate going into this movie.
And
for.
I'm not saying like this is a new take.
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
by
I
any
feel like
means.
you got to go in knowing that it's not going to be a sweet plot. You're not going to go in and be like, "Wow, that was crazy." I feel like it's exactly what I would expect. Monsters fighting. There's going to be some story around it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be what you said earlier. It would be just a YouTube video someone made of special effects of a fight, right? So they have to put some plot behind it. But
see, that's the thing. Anybody who goes because they actually actually want to see the movie. And I want to say the reason I went is because we want to fucking get out of the house. Like
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
bored.
last year
We
you
wanna
went
go-
and saw fucking
yeah.
Trolls World Tour at the
Yeah,
fucking.
we want to we want to stretch our legs and like be human
Yeah,
again. So we like go to the Goochland and see a shit movie because we just want to feel a little bit normal. And so like people are probably wondering like, why'd you go fucking see it? You knew it was going to be that. But everybody who liked it was like, man, the fight scenes were awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, then like, why are we even adding actors? Like, let's just have them fight the whole time.
Because there's got to be a reason for them to do battle, and they can't talk
But
to each
even
other
that,
about
like,
it. So they
who
gotta,
gives a fuck if they're decimating Hong Kong? Like, it's cool to fucking look at. Like, why would you have Millie Bobby Brown being like, you know, a stowaway in this fucking part in the movie? And it's like, no one fucking cares. Like, we want to see King Kong like fucking deck Godzilla in the jaw. Like, that's all we want to see. But they waste time like with the dialogue. I don't get it. It's such a fucking waste of money because Millie Bobby Brown probably got 10 million. Skarsgård probably got 15 million. The scientist lady probably got 10 million. Like, for what? What did they add? Like, nobody's like, man, Millie Bobby Brown really killed that fucking role in Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, I will say
It's such a waste of money.
If they made a movie, I don't know how long the movie was, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, what?
It probably was like $1.50.
So I'm just saying if they made an hour-long movie that was just fights and people knew that, I feel like I would still watch it. I don't think there's going to be that many people that are going to sit down to watch that without a plot. So they have to do that.
Saying, like,
sure, it's a waste of money, but
it would
again,
be even
it's
cooler
the whole,
if it's like at the beginning they're like, "There's no fucking actors in this movie. Like, this is just straight. This is like straight to the arm. This is the good shit, you know." And like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't really understand. I know you just want to vent about it. I'm not hating on that. I just don't get what the
I can
issue
see the
is.
clip. Mason angry about about
Again,
bad movie.
I said it to you before that I feel like we don't get as many movies like that. I mean, you do, but people don't go see them, right?
Yeah.
It used to be action movies were all about just, you know, getting to the next cool action scene. They'd have a plot, you know, whatever it was, but people didn't really question it before, where I feel like now the way film and even like TV shows are, people expect a lot. So you might be kind of like, what the fuck did I just pay money to go see when it was stupid? But
Yeah.
I feel like it's not anything new, and if you went into it just like trying to see some monsters fight, that's exactly what you got. But you went in just to see it with no expectations, and you were disappointed because it was
Like before the movie, I was like, Maddie, can you just like catch me up really quick? I'm like, what's going on in the fucking GCU? Like, and which they call it that, like the Godzilla cinematic universe, which like
Fuck off.
don't act like you guys are holding a fucking candle to
I mean,
MCU.
no, everything's trying to
Like,
do
you
a
know what I'm
cinematic
saying?
universe because franchises do better
dude, the
than
Godzilla
standalone.
saga, dude. I don't know. She was like, this is what happened, and Bryan Cranston's this guy, and it's funny because Elizabeth Olsen and the guy from Ultron are like together in this, and in that movie they were brother and sister, and I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. But I don't know, man. Like, it's spectacle, and I just hate when people say it's the blockbuster of the summer.
Well, it's because it did gangbusters, man, for the pandemic. It's
but,
like
like,
got the most amount of money while it simultaneously came out on HBO Max.
I might be wrong, but like I'm pretty sure the Rotten Tomatoes score is like 74%.
It doesn't
like,
have to be
if it's
80-90% to be a blockbuster,
74 on
man.
Rotten Tomatoes, 59 on Metacritic,
it does not deserve
6.5 out of 10
74%.
IMDb.
I don't know,
deserves,
dude.
It deserves like a 45%.
Hey, man, that's
It's your fault.
That's your
I'm
take,
fucking-
dude.
That's your
I don't-
opinion.
I just feel like you're like
Poppy
more
no likey.
upset about the movie sucking than I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I see a bad
Yeah.
movie and I'm like, okay, well, are you upset because you like spent money on it? Like, what?
And that's the thing. Like, if we had people who watched this show, they'd be like, "You're a fucking loser."
Well, you went to see fucking Trolls World Tour and you didn't come back and be
Yes.
like, dude, that movie was not good.
It's
Nope.
All right, this is too much right now.
My name is Jared.
Okay, that was kind of an epic.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
okay. Why? I'll tell you why. Trolls World Tour did suck ass. It was literally if Infinity War, the movie,
Was a
was
Trolls
made
movie.
for trolls, and it sucked ass. Like she's going around trying to get all the strings for her guitar that were with a fucking troll. But that movie was all animated, and it didn't like try. It's not trying to be this big fucking thing. Like, I mean, I guess it is, but like DreamWorks movies fucking suck. I'm sorry, they're trash. Like DreamWorks hasn't had a good movie since like Shrek 2.
That's not a good movie.
Shrek 1,
No, it's not.
I will fight you. Shrek 1 is a good film.
All fucking
There's a train going by, but it's all right.
all DreamWorks movies are trash.
They are trash. Shrek.
Every one of them.
You don't think Shrek was a
No.
good movie? The first one.
Disagree. Not a good movie.
Sean also like.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good
I
movie.
think Shrek
I think
was a
it did
good
something
movie.
different. I thought
I
it was
think
good, and people
Eddie
enjoyed
Murphy was great.
I think Shrek sucks. All of them.
it. Shrek is love, dude. Shrek is life.
What were the older DreamWorks movies like around the Shrek time? Because whenever I think of DreamWorks, I think of Minions and shit. And
No, that's Illumination, brother.
but did that not start as DreamWorks?
I don't think so. Prince of Egypt, Shrek, Spirit, Sinbad, Shark Tale, Madagascar, Over the Hedge, Kung Fu Panda, Monster vs. Aliens, Megamind, How to Train Your Dragon, The Croods, Turbo, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Home, Trolls.
All ass. I mean,
There's literally not one.
these are all ass.
Boss Baby.
Boss Baby. Dude, I'm gonna say it again. These are all ass, except for Shrek.
Including Shrek.
No, dude.
All right,
Shrek 1
regardless-
was a good film, man. I think it was a good film. Great music. They had fucking John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad.
They had Smash Mouth.
Dude, Farquaad.
I literally don't care to defend Shrek at all. I just feel like I don't know why Sean has such a vendetta.
I hate
Shark
them.
Tale,
Shrek.
ass. Madagascar, ass. How to Train Your Dragon, piece of shit. Boss Baby.
Look, they make movies for
trash.
kids.
Trolls.
It's
Trolls
it's
1.
fine, dude. They're-
Trolls 1, decent. Trolls 2, trash. I mean,
Look, they
All of them garbage.
they make movies for kids. It's fine. You don't have to like
I've
them.
never heard of Prince of Egypt.
It's
It's
a
a fucking
anime.
Is
like
that
a-
the-
Bible movie.
Yeah.
My point.
Shrek is a good film.
My point
Bullshit.
stands. All I'm trying to say is that you
I-
go and watch a movie that you know is going to be bad. It's fine, but you didn't have any expectations
Yeah.
for Godzilla vs Kong. I think you should just accept
We
it's a
couldn't-
fun action movie, just like we
The
talked.
action scenes are cool.
Yeah, but that's all it's meant to be.
But,
You're upset
like-
people are calling it a blockbuster, but there's nothing even coming out right now.
I know, but dude,
So
it's fucking an ass film otherwise. I don't know.
The
I don't
director
know.
must have been cringe pilled.
I
Dude,
feel like
he was cringe pilled. This is red pill conversation. The fact that Sean doesn't like Shrek, dude, his fucking vibes are in retrograde.
I'm blue pilled as fuck.
You're blue pilled for not liking Shrek. And yeah, that's my venting session about it. Clip ends here. This is when the music's gonna drone
it's like a
in.
fucking 15-minute clip about Godzilla vs
Is Godzilla
Kong
vs
sucking.
Kong good? What about Shrek?
All right, I had one more thing.
go
And
ahead.
Well,
it's gonna be the.
I kind of had two
thumbnail.
things. One was, did you watch the new Bill Wurtz video 3 weeks
Fuck
ago?
yeah, dude. He's
It's
been
so
he's
good.
been getting his blender skills up.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
He's so unique, man.
Definitely recommend checking out Bill Wurtz if you've never heard anything by him.
Bill Wurtz.
He's a fucking genius and super hilarious.
History of Japan. History
Yeah.
of the entire world.
Yep, and all of his songs are really, really, really well written, but with just like bullshit lyrics, which makes them fucking hilarious.
But like he's like a music theory prodigy.
Yeah, he's super talented.
Self-taught.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he said it on H3. He might be lying, but he said he's self-taught.
The other thing I was going to mention is just something I found interesting. Modern Vintage Gamer uploaded a video called "Did Morrowind on the original Xbox really reboot itself to free memory?" And there was an interview with Todd Howard where he was talking about, and this was somewhat recent in September 2020, where he's talking about a trick that they learned when they were trying to port Morrowind to the Xbox that would actually reboot the Xbox and clear the RAM while the game was still running and just reload a certain image in the loading screen so that you never noticed. It would just like blip and then be another image, and the whole machine actually had restarted and dropped all RAM. So, it was just really cool to hear about how like they were able to fit that game on the original Xbox, which, didn't have that much memory, and a trick that they learned to make it work, which I thought was interesting. I mean,
That's above my pay grade, but it's cool. That is cool.
Now, I think it's tight because there's a lot of stuff when you hear about game developers, things they have to do, especially with a new piece of tech. Like right now, there's still new things coming out, right? But a lot, like the new consoles are very much just, I don't want to call them slight upgrades from last gen, but I mean, what are you really getting right now besides better graphics, better load times, right? I mean, they're not using it to its full advantage. And they always say games at the end of a generation tend to be the ones that come out and look the best and do the big things because they've had a lot of time with it, right? And they learn things, and shit like that is really cool to hear about. Where, I mean, how long maybe were they struggling trying to get it to work? Probably dealing with a ton of crashes in play testing and stuff because they just couldn't deal with the amount of RAM. Yeah. And what did they do? They fucking figure out how to reboot it on it. Like, that's crazy to me that, you know, other games have issues. Skyrim on PS3 when it first came out, every time you saved, your save file got bigger and bigger because it never cleared, and then eventually it was like basically unplayable because it was loading all this data that didn't make. Yeah, Tim ran into it early on, and eventually I think they fixed it. But shit like that it's crazy. I don't know how they fixed it, but there's stuff that escapes them in playtesting and stuff. But something like that is clearly a major issue they would have had to work out before they could get it on there. And
yeah, I mean, he took the executable, like he has a dev kit Xbox, and like took the executable and was like, look, you know, reverse engineered it and looked through the code and found two sections that say like reboot on new save and reboot on load save. And in the interview, he only mentions that it would happen during a load, like loading a game. It would just restart halfway through the load to, you know, clear enough RAM to play the rest of the game. It, again, was a little over my head. He, at the end of the video, was like, I hope this wasn't too nerdy and it were easy to follow along. But it was just a cool, thing I never really would have thought of, and most people probably didn't know about, because it would literally, like, you know, the loading screens in Elder Scrolls games, it would just, like, flash for a second and then load up another image, and your game would, you know, start right after that. So, modern vintage gamer, really cool channel on YouTube. He does a lot of cool stuff about emulation and all that good stuff. But this was an interesting video.
Yeah,
this is all I can think of.
Oh, the 600 bottles of skooma.
This is gonna come up on screen. What happens when you take 600 bottles of skooma? For the listeners, sorry, like, just come watch the video.
There's a lot of sound effects of skooma.
Dude, he runs so fast that the map can't even load with him.
Yeah, Morrowind was broken. Not that I played it a ton, but
dude, and he gets hurt, dude, when he lands.
I love the like the
Bones
really
breaking.
shitty like. Steve, you used to do the best hurt sound from Skyrim.
so like the Lefebvre bros, they're fucking.
Why won't you die? Dude, the broken bone sound is
It's
so funny.
good, dude.
It is hard to, like,
Linked in the show notes.
I need to go back and try and play Morrowind again. I mean, I love all the Elder Scrolls games. I just never really got far in Morrowind because I started with Oblivion.
It's just hard to go back.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
Whichever one you start with, and like I knew Oblivion a little bit, but I didn't have the screen time that I did with Skyrim. And going back to Oblivion is hard for me.
Dude,
and I know that's the opposite for him, at least for him.
Oblivion has
I liked Oblivion
a place
more.
in my heart.
I
man.
love it. It's so unique, but I put so many fucking hours into Skyrim.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Did you like ever like really dive into Elder Scrolls games?
Yeah.
We've
We've talked about this, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
used to come over here and play it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
you
I
didn't
mean, I
say
had like
anything.
600 hours in Oblivion and
Okay.
probably more in Skyrim even. But
I just know there are some games like Zelda where you're like, yeah, I mean, they're okay.
yeah, no, Elder Scrolls, I mean, I remember watching Sean play Oblivion on his first like laptop that he had in his room, and then
that
when we got
broken fucking laptop, that big fucker.
Yeah.
when we got a 360, it was like I want to fucking play Oblivion. I mean, I thought they were crazy games, but to think about Morrowind on the original Xbox was like, I mean, that was a massive game in general.
Yeah.
And for it to be on like a home console, I don't know if there was anything else really at the time like that. So I don't know. They're all good. I did play some Morrowind, played a lot at a friend's house when I was younger, and I never did like a ton myself. But going back was definitely hard. I mean, I will say the one thing about Morrowind, though, is that like they don't really tell you a lot about what to do. I mean, I know we're first world gamers. We got waypoints on everything and stuff like that. So it's easy in Oblivion and Skyrim. It's go here, do this, and more when they'd be like, yeah, you need to go look in this dark cave in the north, and you're like, there's a lot of caves in the north. Like, what do you mean? So, you know, it was hard for me to really get into without looking stuff up. So,
did you guys see that comment that was on the YouTube Premium clip?
No.
Yeah, man.
We talked about it on All Staff.
I watched that video.
This woman whose name I will leave out.
You did tell me?
Yeah. She said that the YouTube Premium video was foul-mouthed garbage. If you take the F word out, if you take out the F word, comma, I would listen because I want to hear about YouTube Premium. I will listen elsewhere. You know, you got to love when like one of your first comments directed at the show, other than the other one that we had about Bethesda, where he totally red-pilled us and cringe-pilled us.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Base pog
Dude,
us F in the chat.
I just need I really need a Pog Daddy to comment on the video and let us know we're doing not cringe content.
Dude, this was not pog.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we do curse a lot, but
and you know, that's her opinion. That's okay. Like I said, in All Staff, kind of mean, kind of aggressive, more aggressive than I would hope for.
dude, I mean,
but you know,
people,
this is
yeah, but some people
comments.
don't like listening to people cussing, and we say fuck a lot and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
It just,
I get it.
You know,
We
it
say
just
fucking
hurts.
shit a lot, and you know, if we're cringe pilled, then don't watch the show. Like,
Look, it's not pog, and
I get it. It's
you
not
know,
based.
Let's get some bras and oofs and
bruh,
chats.
can I get a bra in the chat?
Can I get bra? Can I get the 21 kid in chat?
21?
Yeah, I mean, how does that make you feel though? Like when
I mean,
we
I
get
don't-
like fucking
I mean, it makes me a little sad that someone watched it and was like, I'm not ever gonna watch this again, which is fine. Again, not for everybody. I definitely feel like I say a lot of bad words.
yeah.
I think we all do, but I do feel like, you know, if you don't like that, then
That's
you
okay.
can fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Well,
and what resulted of it, if you didn't see the All Staff video, is that I started putting a disclaimer at the beginning of the clips.
Yeah, I think that is a good idea.
Because the thing is, and if you've seen the All Staff video, I'm so sorry I'm repeating myself, but on the podcast distributor, on all of them it says E for explicit, so it's outright said. But with YouTube, the only check that we have is when you upload a video, it said, is it made for kids, yes or no? And I always put no. And so, but if you click on it and you're over the age of 18, you don't get any checks, you know?
yeah.
And so I was like, okay, let's do something for the people that don't know that maybe they're getting into something explicit. And I put like, this video is intended for mature audiences, viewer discretion advised. So now paid our
It sounds
dues.
pretty epic, but I mean, I'll say, you know what? That comment did something for you, made you think about it, and you're like, maybe we should do that
Yeah,
for the YouTube
thank
videos.
you whoever commented on our video.
I just feel like, yeah, I mean, like Sean said, a little sad that someone's like, yeah, I don't like this, but we do that with
I take
YouTube
back what I
videos
said,
all the
but-
time.
I mean, yeah, I definitely feel red pilled. And
we
I
gotta
would love a
fucking
few
stop, dude.
F's in the
If
chat.
you guys have made it through this far,
Yeah.
sorry for all the fucking pilled. We had some jokes going on earlier that
Yeah, it's just the joke of the day of
Walkie slush.
maybe it'll stick around like walkie
being
slush.
slush pilled.
Yeah.
Dude, we're
walked.
getting walkie pill. Holy fuck.
Okay.
Dude, we're getting Jeff pilled.
My name is Jeff.
Well, I got
Yeah, what
a
do you
couple
got?
things I wanted to talk about. I already brought up both of them to you guys, but The first one being the rumor that they're trying to remake The Last of Us for PS5.
Oh yeah, why?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
So I know you guys haven't played it. Great game. I think it did crazy things for just the game industry. Like people joked that it was like a movie
For Naughty Dog,
Well, for Naughty Dog too.
they were
but-
like, "Hey, we're tired of making fucking
Crash
Jack 1, 2,
and
and 3."
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it's a good game and the story's really good. It is a PS3 game, so it does feel a little bit dated with the
Yeah.
environments and the systems and stuff. I feel like Last of Us 2 upgraded a lot.
Well, they already remade it. You said
So
this would be
it
a
came-
double remake.
Yeah, so it came out on PS3, I think like the end of PS3, and they had a remastered for PS4, which I don't really know what they changed. I played the remastered one. I never played the original, but
Oh, okay.
they took like the character models that were in the cutscenes and made it the character models the whole game, so it looked a lot better than the PS3 version because you know how the CG like cutscenes will be
Way
better.
different looking.
yeah. So it looked really good, and again the gameplay like it's pretty simple, watered down. It's a third person cover shooter, stealth stuff, zombies, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's fun. And then they've had like updates, I think, for PS4 Pro. I think it just got an update that it can be played in 60 FPS now on, I don't know if it's PS5 or whatever, all kinds of stuff. And but The Last of Us 2 came out last year. They're making a Last of Us TV show. I don't know exactly. There's a lot of stuff that I was trying to read about, and I didn't get into it too far, so I'm gonna butcher what's going on. But there was something with like a studio that wanted to, within Sony, was trying to make it, and I don't know exactly if it's gonna happen. But it's not Naughty Dog, except for I think Naughty Dog came into the picture, and maybe they are working on it. I don't really know. I don't really care
for the
that
TV show or for the actual
for the remake of the game.
Okay.
The show, I know, like Neil Druckmann, the director of Last of Us, is going to help with the show. But anyways, what I really wanted to get at is not that if that's happening or not. I don't think it needs to happen. It's not that old of a game. It's crazy to bring a PS3 original game that was also on PS4 onto the PS5. Whatever. But I do think it's interesting that, and this is kind of what I was thinking about with the Godzilla cinematic universe, that franchises just do better than new IPs or standalone titles and stuff like that. So
They don't want to take risks on new shit.
yeah,
I
and
get it.
but I feel like this age of like remasters and remakes and shit, like it seems so crazy to me that we're getting something only. I mean, it is fairly old, I guess, but
Not
like,
even.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that seems weird, right? And I don't know why every game has to be some kind of.
That's what I'm saying too. I mean, I don't get it. Like,
I mean,
there's
so
a million Godzilla movies.
Demon Souls was a PS3 game, and it launched with a PS5 as one of the big titles, or whatever. But I will say, it looks so much fucking better, and I feel like that I can kind of understand.
Do you think it was worth the remake, or is it a remake or an upgrade or whatever?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. But I just feel like I can. So I feel like I'm maybe lying to myself when I say PS3 isn't that old. But I just feel like maybe because it got the PS4. I don't know. It just seems weird, and I don't know. Like, do you guys even look out when you see a remake or remaster? Are you like, oh shit? Because I see them a lot of times. I'm like, oh, that's cool, But I'm never hyped about it.
I can't remember the last time. I can't remember the last time there was a remake that was for a game that I really
Well,
loved.
the
To
only-
be honest with you, like Final Fantasy VII, not really into that game. That got a remake.
The Master Chief Collection was pretty nice.
Yeah, but
But that's mostly, like,
I really
ports,
only
though,
liked
right?
Halo 3, to be honest.
I mean, besides Halo 1's like remaster when that happened, I mean, most of those are basically just ports. I mean, maybe they're
Yeah, I guess
upscaled
they're
and
not
stuff.
really remasters.
Because I feel like a remake to me is a remaster is updating like resolution, frame rate. Maybe it's better graphics, like what they did with The Last of Us. They had the assets and they made it look better with those cutscene models. But a remake, something like Final Fantasy VII remake. Okay,
that was
I
a
was hyped because
complete
that's
fucking
that's
upgrade.
totally different. They
Yeah.
didn't even just take the same combat and world and just make a new one. That's reimagining essentially. Is that what they would do with The Last of Us Part 1 if they made it like entirely different?
It's all graphical, right?
I don't know. I mean, we don't know anything yet, but I'm thinking unless they totally do like a new version. Like they don't just take the set pieces from the first one and rebuild them in a new engine. If they do something entirely different with the same plot, or at least the main beats, that could be cool.
Like, you know what I think would be a cool remake? Would be like the original Metal Gear Solid games. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I think that's never gonna happen.
it's probably not going to happen, but I'm just saying, like, those original, I think, like 1 and 2, like whichever the first two were, like those were groundbreaking, like fucking chart-topping games.
Hold on a second. You're like 1 and 2, whichever the first two.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
Metal
That's what
Gear
I'm saying.
Solid. Yeah, no, I know.
Is it
yeah.
1 and 2?
Metal
I don't
Gear
know.
Solid, and then 2 was Snake Eater, I think. But it's just the spot.
first one was
beside the point.
Colonel.
Yeah.
What? You can do it. Colonel.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick,
Dummy thick.
and the clap on my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Dude, we do need the
Yeah.
Colonel,
I know.
For those
Colonel.
that don't know, the
I put it
fucking
in the
voice
nice
actor,
cock TikTok.
the voice actor of Solid Snake. Someone asked him to do it. Was it like some kind of like 4chan like?
Oh, I can pull
Thread
it
or
up on
something,
here so people can hear
But
it.
the fucking voice actor
Colonel.
did
trying to
read
sneak around.
read this fucking meme out, and it's so funny because he does it in the Snake voice.
Here we go.
David
it's
Hayter,
gonna be
dude.
wobbled, dude.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Dude, he does it.
It's better without
so
the wobble
funny,
for sure.
man.
To be honest,
Colonel,
I just love that.
yeah, but I mean that could be cool. I do feel like, but a PS1 game, like the way what they could do with those, like Final Fantasy VII,
All the
and totally
games,
reimagine it would be very cool.
all the games that I want to be remade, like are games that are never gonna get remade.
Like Banjo Tooie.
I want but like this is such a stupid one. But Need for Speed Underground 2, I love that fucking game.
See, that's something though where I feel
And
like
it's never
there's-
gonna fucking happen.
for something like that though. I don't. Is there a point in remaking 2 specifically, or could they just make a good Need for Speed game?
Well, dude, the thing about it was, and I'm not gonna talk about this for long. Need for Speed Underground 1 was not open world. You probably remember that one,
Yeah.
where you like had the
Yeah.
car and it was driving down the tunnel, and that's where it
We've
was.
talked about 2 a bit before.
Yeah, and the second one was all open world. It was always nighttime, and there was these different. It was I think the first like open world racing game like that. Hot Pursuit might have done that. I can't remember, but it was like an amazing soundtrack. Like the art style for like the cutscenes were kind of shit. They were trying to look like comic books or some shit. It looked horrible, but the game is fucking fun, and the way the arcade driving is that perfect mix of sim and arcade, and like that game had such a specific feel outside of those games.
Yeah.
that I would love to see it remade, because now I plug it in even with an HDMI like converter adapter for the PS2, and it's fucking like really blurry. Like it's soft.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I will say is
That's what I would pick.
my take on it being that it's a racing game. I don't see why they couldn't do another open world racing game.
Yeah.
Need for Speed, whatever, that might get you the same feel. But at the same time, I probably would have thought the same way about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2
Yeah.
before that remake got announced, because I was like, well, why couldn't they make another one that's good? But for the nostalgic factor that people don't want another one that's good. Will there ever be one as good as 1 and 2? Why not just remake 1 and 2? So maybe you're right, maybe, but
Where do you look to get a game's score? Metacritic?
Metacritic's
Is that usually
normally
the best?
reasonable.
I'm just
It's
curious.
an aggregate, so it's.
I just want to see if like maybe I'm just fucking crazy.
I'm sure it's
82, 8.6 user score. I mean, look, I thought it was a really. It's one of those ones. Like, I mean, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, I think almost has like a 100 on Metascore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I mean, we might have talked about that before, but like, yeah, it's just these diamonds in the rough, and I don't know. I wish. It's funny. I typed in NFSU2, and it was like remastered, so it's listening to us.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I don't know. I just feel like I think remakes have a place, but sometimes it's companies. It's a safe bet, so they get money out of it or whatever, knowing that people will buy into it. But unless it's like a reimagining type deal, I feel like it's kind of annoying, because you could just port them. And with some stuff, backwards compatibility for PlayStation has been an issue, but with backwards compatibility being so easy, what's the point, right? Like, why are you doing that? And for a lot of games on PC, it's a ripoff when a new one comes out. Like when Dark Souls Remastered came out, they actually offered the people that already own Dark Souls on PC like half price or whatever to get the new version, because you could already be playing it with mods that made it look almost as good or whatever, right? So they know that it's kind of cheap, and they ended up taking off the original one off of like Steam and stuff. If you own it, you can still download it, but stuff like that is where it's just graphical. Like people don't really care that much when you can continue to play the copy you have.
What's your pipe dream remaster? If you could have one game that's probably never going to see the light of day on a remaster, what would it be, both of you?
Honestly, I don't know why, because I feel like I wouldn't really want them to change
I've done that like 4 times.
The combat or anything, but fucking Final Fantasy Tactics or even Advance. I just feel like I would
you guys like suck that game off.
Yeah,
Is it
It's
really
a great
that good?
game, dude.
I
It's a
like
great game.
I like the original
It's
more
a fucking great game.
than Advance. But we
loved
played
Advance,
Advance
though.
but I just feel like those games are great, and I would love to see like a very
You guys
high-
are cringe pilled about that game, dude.
high fidelity, like graphical release of a game
Yeah.
like that, because most tactics games are always like
16-bit type games.
yeah, like not sprite based or something where they're not great graphics. If they could make a remastered where it was like you're on a fucking battlefield, you got the big 3D models of the characters, it looks dope, cool fight animations.
I just feel like it would look like what's the Three Houses game?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. That's how I feel like. That's how I imagine it would look.
Even that would be cool, but I would like something even more. I know it's not a good. I don't know that you guys would know, but a game to reference. But I want to imagine something like Valkyria Chronicles is a tactical game, but it's a little bit different. You got
So that's
guns and
both
stuff.
yours pick?
No,
No,
I'd probably say like
But that's yours?
I think so, because when I think about old games that I really like, I mean that's definitely a fun one. Give me a minute and see if there's something better
you
I
have to
have.
I would
fucking
probably say like
decide right
Oblivion or like the Mega Man Zero games, but the Mega Man Zero games I feel like fit the 16-bit type aesthetic.
I would like a better like screen ratio for those games though, because they're made for the Game Boy Advance where your character model is
they did
huge.
They did remake them for
I know.
Switch, and there was still borders.
but
You are zoomed in a lot in those games, but
and that was, I think, part of why those were some of the hardest games, because you
couldn't see
move
what was coming
on the screen, and
all.
all of a sudden there's fucking
enemies.
bad guys or pits or whatever.
Dude, Mega Man Zero or like that series 1 through 4 is probably some of the hardest games I've ever played, like hands down. And they made them a little
Over
easier. with-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
That game was fucking hard as shit too, but no, Mega Man for some reason like it was shitty because like when I played it for Game Boy Advance when I first got 1 through 4, like if you died, you had to start the whole level over, like immediately. You get to the boss, die, and have to start the whole level over, and like
that's
you could
so
die
annoying.
like 7 times just trying to get to the fucking boss. But they got the re-release of them for Switch, and they did add like a save state mode where you could like get to certain points and save the game.
Yeah.
Normally, right before the boss, there'd be a save state. But
You think Oblivion
I think Oblivion
would benefit from I mean,
it looks shitty, dude. and
I mean,
mods
it looks
and stuff
bad,
make it
but
look better.
I mean, and it's like kind of glowy. But
I mean, they made what was it, Sky Oblivion, where they tried to remake, or they're still working on it, right, to remake the whole game with Skyrim type graphics.
yeah.
Well, so this is where we go into what I was talking about, where when it's not like a reimagining, I don't really give a shit, right?
Yeah.
If it's just better graphics, I mean, that's cool, but I feel like if they added some new systems or something, I don't really know. Even Tactics might not be a good example because the type of gameplay those games have, I don't really know how you update it in any way. But
yeah, I think I guess when I say remake, I mean more just a graphic,
which is
update.
fine, and that's why I say I feel like Tactics would be a cool one. I'd like to see that, and not like these shitty sprite animations and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, most games I don't really know that I need a remake for. Honestly.
Yeah, I just would love to see certain games the way that I saw them when I was younger. Like, when I think
The
about
rose tinted glasses.
yeah, I mean, when I think about those games, I remembered them being a lot sharper, and they fucking weren't. I mean, they
Yeah.
were really not sharp at all.
I know I definitely didn't save it, but I saw a meme on Reddit, I'm sure, on like fucking the gaming subreddit or whatever, that was like when Half-Life, the original one, came out, and it was pretty not great graphics by today's standards, but it was 3D. Everyone's like, wow, so realistic. And then it was like the next shooter or whatever, and it's like, okay, I mean, it's kind of like pixelated, fuzzy graphics, not super real. And now people are like, dude, fuck, I can't handle these graphics on my computer. Like, once we progress past when it was 3D and new and cool, there's been like always something to complain about. Like, it's not realistic enough. And now that we're getting close to realism, it's like, I can't even fucking play these games on those settings, like
Yeah,
we have decent computers and you can't play like some of the best games at 4K, 60 FPS, make it look super real.
Speaking of like photorealism, like Maddie and I saw Raya and the Last Dragon, and dude, there's some scenes in there that like of landscapes or like certain characters that are like, I was like, holy shit, this is really close to photorealism. Like, there's this one shot that I replay in my head where she's on this character. She's like essentially riding like a horse, but it's like a roly-poly thing, and she calls it Tuk Tuk, and she's riding on it slowly, and it's a shot from behind, and she's centered in the frame. I'll see if I can find the screenshot. I'll pull it up for the final episode. She has her hat on, and it's like, if you didn't know, you'd be like, I think this is a real photo. Like, it's fucking incredible what they're able to do now.
Yeah.
And that's not even Pixar. It's Disney animations. And so then it's like, if this is what Walt Disney Animations is doing, I can't imagine what the next like really good stellar Pixar film
I will
is going to
say,
look like.
they're sharing like tech and stuff like
They-
that.
yeah, I
but-
mean,
they are,
also,
but
like,
like
no, I know what you're saying.
They had to build like for the Rapunzel animated movie. They had to build like a whole engine
yeah.
for the hair.
dude, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They're
Well-
cutting edge. Pixar fucking slumps DreamWorks. Like, DreamWorks is
All right,
fucking
dude.
blue
I don't need to
pilled.
fucking talk about
DreamWorks
how
is
much DreamWorks
based-
sucks again.
I do think we're turning into a movie podcast.
Yeah, what the fuck? No, so
Every
hold on.
fucking time someone's got a movie to talk about.
I don't know.
All I will say is, yeah, dude, graphics in general are getting really cool. Last year, I had talked about the new Unreal Engine. Looks insane. There will almost always be, I mean, one day I'm sure we'll get there, but human characters, there's always going to be this uncanny valley feel to them, right?
Yeah.
But look at what they did
Until
with,
they're real.
well, look at what they did with the Lion King.
Sorry.
Whether you feel good about that or not, like, that whole movie is fake animals that look really good, right? So I feel like we're definitely fucking there.
That was a remake that sucked.
Well, yeah, whatever. I never saw it, but yeah.
So did Mulan, dude. That was an
Yeah.
awful movie.
I didn't see
Wow.
it, but I knew it was going to
was
suck,
really
and so I
bad.
didn't see it. And I
That's
didn't want to
really
spend
there's
$30.
a lot of running on walls.
Yeah, okay. So Mulan wasn't a shot-for-shot
pretty
remake, but I don't know. I mean, I think animation in general is really cool now. I don't want to fucking, toot the anime horn, but seriously, sometimes I watch a show and I'm like, this looks so good. It's not photorealistic or whatever, but what people are doing with animation now is crazy. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
It's incredible.
And
It's hard to go back and look at old animated films.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching an older anime, like late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s show right now, and it looks good. I appreciate the art style of the time, but sometimes I see things and I'm like, dude, what you got to see when they have like the still frames of characters like in kind of shock or whatever. They do this effect where they make their eyes kind of flash, like with I don't know how they do with the two frames of like a lighter color, or maybe it's if they're real cells, they have some kind of light behind it. But it looks so funny to me because I'm like, you can just see their eyes flickering, and that's the way that they show like. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? It's so weird, but
Dude, I would say if you want to see like some old animation, go look at the human animations in Toy Story 1.
yeah, dude.
Dude, there's a couple parts where like the mom like tucks him in, or like he runs away, and when we were younger, it was like, oh man, this looks pretty good. Like it's clearly animated, but like it looks good.
No, but that was really good
But
at
dude,
the time. I mean,
you look at it and like their movements are fucked.
Yeah.
Like you're like, whoa, like wait, that was super robotic. Like that he's running too fast or she moves too fast, and you're like, man, like it looked so good then, but like with they've set such a high bar.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, that's crazy.
it's hard, man. I mean, getting the animation for people down.
Dude, did you see the animation in Balan Wonderland?
I mean, I've seen some.
Dude, that
Apparently
game
that
looks like
game's-
shit,
yeah.
dude.
Are you talking about Donkey's video?
Dude, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Did
this
you
video
watch
yet.
the fucking video, dude?
Dude, I all I remember is the first
Is
part
it-
where
is-
he's like the fucking same music on the first level.
Dude, and
It's
that's
a
weird.
It's a rip.
But have you guys seen the Killer Beans? Killer Bean. It's called Killer Beans Forever.
I've seen.
It was like a full movie that was like,
screenshots.
dude, oh my fucking god! It's got a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes,
What?
which is hilarious to me because it's like a shitty fucking movie. That was like the whole movie I think is on YouTube, but the animation style is like the beginning starts with like these beans dancing, and dude, it's honestly so bad. I mean, if you've not yet, dude, like, this is what Balan Wonderland looks like, dude. Is these because every time you beat a map, there's like a dance scene,
Oh, really? I didn't watch the whole video.
dude. There's like a whole dance scene every single fucking video or every level in that game, and dude, it looks identical to the dance scenes in this.
Dude, that's cringe pilled.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought the game could be cool, and then I saw more of it, and everyone's just been shitting on it. So
Was this
I haven't
straight
really-
to DVD?
Dude, I honestly think it was just like somebody making a movie and put it on YouTube.
I mean, this is funny, but
There's like a whole fucking dance scene, dude, and it's so bad.
I don't know, but
All right.
I think we're at time. So
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
thanks for listening to fucking Film Critic Hour.
Yeah,
Jesus
you know
Christ.
what? That's all good.
Yeah,
Next
we
time
need
we'll
to start
talk
a new
more about.
podcast about film.
that shit hurted.
But I'm probably not gonna sit that one out. 'Cause-
Film buff.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk more about games and the internet next time. So, thanks, guys.
See you guys.
All right, bye.
What?
Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's DebuffPod. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.